welcome. It is a pleasure to have you all here. My name is Carolyn Kaufman. I am the head success advisor here at NeuroGym, and I am thrilled to see all of you show up today for this incredibly powerful masterclass that John's going to lead. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and we will dive in. Someone let me know with a big yes in the chat. Can you see my screen? Unlock the secrets of online lead generation to explode your revenue. All right, fantastic. I see lots of yeses, so we're all on the same page. So for today, this masterclass is really for two types of people. The first is a business owner who is overwhelmed with everything there is to do to grow. Or the second is a successful business owner whose business growth has stalled and they're looking to get unstuck and grow much faster. So which one are you? Are you overwhelmed or are you stalled? Let me know right now in the chat. I want to make sure everyone here is in the right place. All right, some people are saying both. I appreciate that honesty. Both overwhelmed. I want to make sure stalled. Okay. I see a lot of you are feeling both. Okay, great. Thank you all so much for participating. This is going to be a very active session for today. Your host extraordinaire is going to be Mr. John Assaraf, CEO and founder of NeuroGym. He has many accolades. I'm not going to go through all of these, but a few notable ones is that he is an author of 2 New York Times best-selling books. He's the builder of 5 7-figure plus businesses, and he's helped over 25,000 entrepreneurs worldwide step into their fullest potential. This masterclass today is going to be around 90 to 120 minutes long, but I have to let you know now, at the end of this training, we are going to give you a powerful ebook. You have to stay on till the end to get it, but we're going to give you the power of visualization, and John is going to be doing a live Q&A where you can get on, ask him your questions, and get clarity on what you're creating in your business. So if that sounds good for all of you and you are ready to get started, go ahead and say, I'm ready in the chat. I want to make sure you're all here. Turn off any distractions, silence your phones. I want you all paying attention so that you can truly commit to creating the business and life you love. All right, everyone, I see you're all ready. So let's have some fun. It's time to bring him on, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. John Assaraf.
Hey there, Carolyn. Good morning.
Hi, John.
Evening. Good afternoon, everybody. I recognize a few of the names that are here. Everybody doing well? I see we've got people from all over the world. This training is gonna really open up your eyes to the different pieces that you've got to put together. And there's some major shifts happening right now. Would you agree? Major shifts? Yeah, I mean, there's just the changes that are happening right now are really huge. I was at a coffee with a friend of mine on Sunday, actually 2 friends, and we were working out there. We went for coffee, and all 3 of us who are into AI and into marketing and into building our companies, 2 of us teach other people how to do it. We're talking about the speed at which everything is changing. And between yesterday and today, I receive a report on all the different changes that are happening with the different companies in AI. Today is not necessarily about AI, but it's just so hard not to be overwhelmed and to feel like no matter how much you try to learn this stuff, it's hard to keep track of all of it. And then it's really hard to put in place all of it. Agree or disagree? Thumbs up or a Y in the chat. And thumbs up or down. It's so just so I want you to understand something. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Many of you know I'm a behavior neuroscience researcher and entrepreneur, and we're dealing with what I've been teaching people is an ancient brain in a hyper modern, lightning fast changing world. And so the natural feeling that we have during that is a bit of overwhelm, fear, etc., doubt, uncertainty, and we might even call it stress, right? And I want you all to remember that the stress circuit gets activated when the demand exceeds our current capacity. Let me repeat that. The stress circuit is activated when the demand exceeds anybody's current capacity. So if you're feeling stressed and worried and doubtful and fearful, or overwhelmed, that's your brain telling you that there's a lot coming in. Does that make sense? So there's nothing wrong with the feeling. The key is to increase capacity, and there's methodologies for doing that. But let me go to my slides. I'm going to pick up where Carolyn left off, and we always like to check that you can see my slides. Either give me a thumbs up, just so you know. I have three screens. And if you see my thumbs up, you can either put Y in the chat for yes and in the chat for no, or give me a thumbs up. I see it all because I'm reading and watching at the same time. And by the way, this ebook is phenomenal. It's all the neuroscience on how to use visualization and why it works. So you want it. We're going to be putting it on Amazon. So let's talk a little bit about some of the problems. Then we're going to give you some solutions. And I've got like a 7-step process. And I'm going to let you know in advance, we're probably going to be at least 2 hours today. I was tweaking the PowerPoints literally 10 minutes ago. I just have a lot of great content for you of what you need to do. Is that okay? All right. So we'll always give you, insane value. Research. And I'm always doing research. Sprout Social, HubSpot, Forbes, etc. 61% of marketers, and if you have a business, either you or somebody on your team is a marketer. Agree or disagree? You have to be marketing for your brand to get leads online or offline. Most people have never been trained on how to be a marketer. It's a skill like being a doctor. And even if you're a doctor, being a podiatrist is different than being a neuroscientist. Agree or disagree? Right? So a lot of business owners are struggling. Does anybody know what percentage of business owners go out of business within 5 years? If, let's say, they start today, 92%. Latest statistics, 92%. What do you think is going to happen over the next 3 years? Do you think that's going to go up or down because of AI? My personal belief is it's going to go up because of one reason. Most people fail to adapt to a changing world. So first, you're going to see this a little bit later. I teach people how to be an adaptationist, how to adapt in rapidly changing times by focusing on the neuroscience and the knowledge and the skills and the new habits. 70% of small business owners fail to optimize their online presence. Like almost everybody has an online presence, right? Let me know in the chat with a Y. Do you have an online presence? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. Do you have an online presence? 70% failed to optimize it. And now is the best chance ever for you to optimize it using AI. I'm going to show you a few things you're going to need to do. And then businesses with strong online lead generation achieve 133% higher revenue. 133%. Would you agree that you have several options to generate leads? One is online on one or more of the platforms, right? Based on where your prospects might be or what you like. Two, you're going to do advertising, whether it's advertising on radio, television, in print media in your local marketplace, or through postcards. You're going to get referrals, or you might, go and do speaking engagements or go to networking events. Those are just like 4 or 5 of them, right? But either way, we have to become better at generating leads, right? And developing a prospect generation system. Agree or disagree? Like if you're building a house, right, you have to have your foundation. Without a foundation, you can't build stories. You can't build a kitchen, a bathroom. You can build an outhouse, but you still have to have a foundation for an outhouse. All right. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today is like 7 secrets is going to help you explode your online leads. And I would assume that the reason you want leads or prospect is to make more money. right? To make a difference, to have impact, to have influence. But I imagine you want to live a good life, take care of yourself, your family, have enough for retirement, have some peace of mind, know that your life has purpose and meaning, right? You're in business because you want that independence. But without the systems, you're not going to have that independence. So let me share with you a few things that you really, really have to start with. So I'm going to show you the specifics of how it looks. All right. So number one is you have to know in the marketplace that is flooded, let's say online, right? There's over 1 billion posts a day and growing. So question for all of us, right, is we have entered this domain of you have to get attention. Would you agree? Like you have to get people to do what I call is stop the scroll, right? People are scrolling. Listen, think of your behavior. Don't you, if you go on social media, like you're looking, you're scrolling up or down, you're going from this channel to that channel. You might go from this video, skip 3 or 4 of them, catch another video. You look for a testimonial, you look for a case study, you look for something funny, you look for a story, you look for something that gets your attention to hit that dopamine, right? The dopamine addiction that we all have, right? Is dopamine addiction nation is what we've become. Facebook understands it. TikTok understands it. LinkedIn understands it. YouTube understands it, right? They know how to feed you what you click all the time. Agree or disagree? And they cause you and me and my kids and my 85-year-old grandmother my 85-year-old mother-in-law spends 5 hours a day scrolling social media. It keeps her busy, keeps her entertained. So we've become a nation, a species of addictions. But what you must understand is if you don't have, brand awareness around who you are, what you do, for who, you're screwed. Agree or disagree? There's the algorithms you need to teach, through your consistent content creation, which I'm going to show you. But then there's the audience you need to build that's going to rely on you for that dopamine hit around what it is you do. Is this making sense so far? By the way, I'm going to say something that's a little contradictory right now. It's almost like a koan. It's never gotten harder to do what I just said, and it's never been easier to do what I just said. Does everybody understand what I just said? It's never been harder, and it's never been easier. Why is it harder? It's harder because the freaking competition is fierce because of AI. It's easier because if you use AI, you can do it faster, easier, better, cheaper than ever before. Yes, Leslie, a koan. All right, that's like what do you mean it's gotten harder, but it's gotten easier, right? It forces you to think at a higher level, right? And so the first thing you have to really do, and I'm going to show you how to do it, right? And this is Jeff Bezos, right? Your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. So let me ask you all a question. What can you rely on my brand and my company NeuroGym's brand for? Just curious. Let me know in the chat. I want to see if we're doing our job. And I'm going to show you our brand guide. Value, consistency. Around what? What are the 2 topics I really, really love? Honesty, quality training. Thank you, Richard. Business generation, no idea, Attila. Value, inner size, mind, right? Is it my brand around the neuroscience of success? Getting your mindset right plus your skills? Your mindset plus your skills to grow your small business, right? So all of the content I create are around those things being hyper efficient mentally and emotionally ourselves and doing the right things in the right order at the right time to build our businesses and or our life, right? That's what my books are about. That's what my videos are about. That's what our programs are about. All right. So your brand, okay, your brand's voice is your identity, right? Your brand's voice is your identity. It's not just about what you say, but it's how you say it. So your brand voice shapes the perceptions, build relationships, and drives engagements for people who resonate, oscillate, vibrate at the level of what you do and how you do it. Agree or disagree? You need to educate the market on that. And what happens is the quality of the content you create, plus the consistency that you're putting it out in social media or even in your local marketplace, creates your brand identity. I'm going to share something with you that is going to make a few of you go, oh shit, you got to be kidding me. Do you want to know what some of my friends who are top influencers in the world are discovering right now? Do you know I said you might go, oh shit? Because when they told me, I went, oh shit. What? They're posting, for example, on Facebook 15 times a day now. One of my friends started doing that 8 weeks ago. Last month, he hit 120 million viewers in 1 month. Why? Because he's putting out phenomenal content all through the day. All the content's been created by AI around his brand and what he does to reach the people that follow his work and need his programs, products, and services. Ella, you don't have to know what to post. AI will do it for. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just letting you know what the competition in every one of our industries is doing. What you do is up to you. It's freaking crazy. He's never made more money and built a brand faster than using that killer strategy. So when you have your brand, what I would like you to do, and all of you can go to AI, and many that are students of mine, I developed this moniker around the brain whisper because I do a lot of brain training to help you develop the identity, the beliefs, the habits, the perceptions, the beliefs that you can do this. But you can go to AI and you can say, help me build, okay, my brand identity around who I am, what I stand for, and how I want to show up in the world. So you can come up with the tone, you can come up with the message, right? And for us, we decided that I want to be known, right, as the mindset training expert and the goal achievement expert to not just help you set goals, but achieve your goals. And then we've been building a brand around Inner Size, our proprietary methodology to train people's brains, their subconscious mind. But we developed what you're looking at years ago. So let me ask you a question. Do you have an outline like this of your brand identity? Yes or no? This clear that then you could start creating content that is consistent with the brand you want to build in the marketplace. No, great. There is step one. How are we doing so far? I'm not going to give you bullshit and fluff and stuff that doesn't work. If you don't have a brand identity, you don't have a process to create content to mean something to somebody, okay, in your business. I'm going to answer questions later, Yusuf, all right? So NeuroGym, right, is to empower the world one mind at a time. That's my company, NeuroGym, right? A mission statement's very, very different to your brand identity, Ella, right? So NeuroGym's to power the world one mind at a time using the latest neuroscience and success techniques to help our users achieve their goals faster, easier, smarter than ever before. How many of you feel, if you've been part of NeuroGym's programs or Inner Size, that we do this? Is this a yes or a no, right? Yes or no? Wait till you see our new neurofitness platform, AI powered. It will blow you away. So I just want you to take what I'm teaching you, go to AI, help me create this. How many of you can do this, in the next 7 days? Yes or yes? Me, yes or yes? I'm giving you examples, okay? So what you want to do is build a brand that stands out. You have to create a brand that's unique for you. All right? A brand that's unique for you. And what you've got to understand is you need to determine what makes your program, product, or service different or unique because of you. Okay? What do you have that nobody else has? Do all of you want to understand something about why did I get into the neuroscience and business success and growth? And why did I take that angle and hammered it home? When I was getting into the personal development industry, there were people like, what's that guy's name? Tony Rob something, right? Tony Robbins, right? I'm being a little funny. I'm going, how am I going to compete with this guy who's one of the best in the world? I'm going to go deeper on the neuroscience. I'm going to go deeper on the exact processes, right? So I wanted to differentiate myself from my competition so I could create a brand around mindset, but neuroscience mindset plus skill set that is proven with systems. Does that make sense, everyone? So everything we do is mindset plus skill set plus action set. That's one of my formulas. Your mindset plus your skill set plus your action set develops the habit to create predictable results and transformations. I've been doing this now for many years, like a decade and a half, right? So what you want to do is take your program, product, or service and align it with what your prospect, your ideal prospect, wants and needs the most. Is this making sense? You have to take who I am. Okay, and I'm going to talk about one of the steps in just a moment, right? And you've got to create everything you do, everything you say, everything you do, everything you teach, everything you post has got to align with a specific set of people who want, need, and can afford what you have. How are we doing so far in like step one? Anything less than this, you're just winging it, right? You're winging it. Stop winging it. Too many people right now are doing it at the pro level. All right. So if you take a look at some of the, USPs, right? Building a brand, Domino's doesn't, like, how many of you agree Domino's doesn't have the best pizza? Right? There's plenty of places that have better pizza, but they built an entire brand around you get fresh hot pizza delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. Anybody remember that? FedEx built an entire company by getting packages delivered on time. They were known for one thing: when it positively, absolutely has to be there overnight. And they guaranteed 10 a.m. M&Ms, remember M&Ms? The problem with M&Ms? Right? Chocolate would melt. They built an entire brand around melts in your mouth, not in your hand. How many of you remember these USPs, unique selling or strategic positioning? What's yours? What can people rely on you for? What can people rely on you for? Do you know what NeuroGym's USP is? Achieve your business goals and fullest potential faster. Achieve your business goals and fullest potential faster. How many of you want to achieve your business goals and fullest potential faster? What about smarter and maybe a little bit easier? How do I do it? Well, we get your mindset right. We get your skill set right. We make sure you take the right actions in the right order at the right time. We surround you in an environment that makes sure that you're growing, learning, taking action. And then bam, you start getting better and better and better and better and better. Are you seeing how this all ties together? All right. Secret number 2. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you my little chart. Pay attention to what I'm about to say, everyone. The purpose of really good marketing, okay? purpose of really good marketing is not for people to know about your program, your product, or service. That's not what good marketing is. Great marketing is to have people that you don't know feel, like viscerally feel as a result of what you say, what you give them, how you deliver what you do, in a way that they go, you understand me. Everyone, did you listen with your heart to what I just said? The purpose of great marketing is for the person who's scrolling, the person who's searching for a solution to the fear they have, the pain they have, for a process to achieve a goal, to be a better parent, to stop their children from, from whining, bitching, complaining, being suicidal. The purpose, your purpose, is to create enough content and value in the marketplace that people feel, oh my God, you really understand me. You understand what I'm experiencing and feeling right now. And oh my God, you have something that can help me? Listen, nobody wants to be sold, but everybody wants to buy. Would you agree with that? If you can help people really feel like you get them and you have a solution and you have evidence, they're like, run to your door and they'll tell their friends all about you. So the success of your marketing is directly proportional to how well you know your audience, right? It's not how of course, it's how well your audience knows you. But in order for your audience to know you, you have to know your audience. And you have to know, who are they? Right, Ella? People who are unique, that want something unique as far as jewelry, to feel special, to feel different. In feeling different, they feel unique. And feeling unique, they feel proud. And feeling proud, they feel confident. So they buy Eleanor's jewelry. That helps them resonate with the people who are wearing Eleanor's jewelry or her art, right? Ella, which I see you in here, I know what you do, right? So we have to know, who are they? Who is the person, right? Look at this. Everybody, I wanted to show you something. Can you tell I'm passionate about this topic? You see this chart over here? I'm going to see if I can get the light. I'm in my studio, right? This represents 100% of people. Let me just get this represents 100% of people, okay? 80% don't give a shit about your programs, products, or services. They're online, or they're in the stores, they're in the malls, they're walking around because they got nothing better to do. Sorry for swearing, but I'm just making a very good point. There's 20% that might be interested, and there's 5% that need or want what you have now. Do you know what great marketing does in their messaging, in their output of content? They opt these people out as quickly as possible. They talk to these 20%, and they offer at the right time these 5% a solution because they're ready now. So great marketing qualifies out and then qualifies in. Does this make sense? Give me a Y in the chat. So this is you'll see this in step number, I think 4 or 5 today, of how to do that. But I give you an example that I give all the time just because it's a little weird, and it proves the point. Ready? If you're suffering from hemorrhoids and anything you've tried isn't working and your butt is still itchy, pay close attention. If you're suffering from hemorrhoids and your butt is, and everything you tried doesn't work and your butt is still itchy, pay attention. Now, 99% of you are like, check out, go, let me check something out. 1% of you go, oh my God, he's talking to me. How do I know? Well, it might even be more like 5% of you, right? I've got hemorrhoids for whatever reason, right? And we might be embarrassed about it, but when we're talking about, marketing, your words in your social, your hooks, your videos, your headlines matter. And we're going to show you how to do that later. Does that make sense? So you want to opt out and opt in as fast as possible. And guess how many seconds you have? Guess how many seconds you have to do what I just said? 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Okay. Thanks, Yusuf, Jessica. Very, very smart people. So when we are doing our marketing, we are not going to be marketing to everybody anymore. That day has gone. You can't just like put, stuff out and hope somebody's going to see it. That's called hopium. I hope somebody sees it. Nope. We're going to be laser focused, targeted. So we're going to figure out who they are. We're going to figure out how they think and feel. We're going to figure out what they want, what they need, what are their hot buttons, and then we're going to figure out if they're the decision maker or an influencer in the process. Does this make sense so far? We are going to do this methodically, detailed, organized, and right. Okay, everybody, you've got to do the right things in the right order at the right time. This is the right things in the right order at the right time. And in order for you to create marketing that will penetrate this 5% based on neuroscience, guess what you need to really understand about your avatar? How many of you understand a perfect client profile or an avatar? Do you know what that is? It's simply the person or the company or the person in the company or the couple or the group that wants, needs, and can afford what you have right now. They're searching for you while you are searching for them. And the way you're going to reach them, like a fisherman, catches fish, you're going to create bait content, all right, with the right hooks, in the right order, in the right place, with the right process and the right tools. Does that make sense? So what we want to be doing, and by the way, we teach all of our students in our Winning Game of Business coaching program how to do this. So number one, all of you, I want you to think about this one question, participate in the chat. I want you to think of this one man or woman who really wants and needs and can afford what you have. Everybody, let me know if you can imagine one person, not 10, one person. Put a Y in the chat if you can imagine this one person. Now, this is going to work for some of you, but not for others. Okay. I want you to imagine that one person. You can put a name to him or her. It's Joey, Mary, Florence, whatever it is. Put a name to her. You don't have to put the name in the chat. And I want you to ask yourself a question. Before she or he buys your program, product, or service, what is one pain he or she is in? Is he or she in financial pain? Is he or she in physical pain? Is he or she, like stress, grief? Okay, so grief, right? So maybe, so fear. So what if you wrote out, here are all of the pains, or here is the pain that my ideal avatar is in right now? And what if you met them at the pain and you lead them to the gain, to where they want, out of the pain and feeling great? So they're lacking confidence, right? And as a result, what is that doing to them? They're lacking confidence, so they're not taking action. They're feeling embarrassed or ashamed, right? And they keep beating themselves up that they're lacking confidence and not achieving their goals. And what you do is help them gain confidence and certainty so they take action, achieve their goals faster, easier, smarter with your solution. Does that make sense? Meet them at the pain, lead them to the gain. What fear do they have? If somebody's in pain, don't they worry, oh my God, what if I can't get rid of this pain? Then what does that mean for the next month, 3 months? What does it mean to my children, my wife, my husband, to myself, to my family, my career, to my community? What is the pain or the fear left unchecked do to them when they're future pacing, seeing the future? Are you starting to see where I'm going with all of this, everybody? Now, it's not always about the pain. It's not always about the fear. And it's not always about the frustration, right? But what are they frustrated with right now? What's not working? What are they trying to figure out that they haven't been able to figure out that they're frustrated, right? What are they irritated about? What do they want? Like, what do they want? How do they want to feel, right? Do they want to feel empowered, confident, certain? Do they want to feel valued? Do they want to feel loved? Do they want to feel unique? Do they want to feel different? Everybody, I am showing you the best marketing, neuromarketing in the world when you know how to do this right. What do they aspire, right? What do they aspire to have, right? And what you want to do is in your marketing. Well, Misty, I do swear once in a while, so sorry, my dear, right? Lead them away from what they do not want to experience, have, or feel, and move them towards what they do want to have, think, feel, and experience with your program, product, or service. Does that make sense? All of your marketing content, if you want to do it right so they feel you understand them by speaking to them at the deepest level of their truth without you being embarrassed, talking in a way that they're already talking to themselves or feeling. Many years ago, when we launched our Win a Game of Weight Loss program, some of you know this. I used to be 233 pounds, 243 pounds, 33% body fat, borderline diabetic, hypertensive, fatty liver, alcoholic, sugar addict. And I was like succeeding in every other area of my life. And I was like, you know, I would look myself in the mirror in the mornings after I'd shower, and like, oh my God, I was like embarrassed to look at myself. And when we created the Win a Game of Weight Loss program, after I lost 40 pounds of fat, got myself down to 197 pounds with 10% body fat, stopped alcohol, stopped sugar, and understood the neuroscience and the statistics, one of our campaigns were, are you tired of getting out of the shower and looking in the mirror and being embarrassed and disgusted at what you see? I understand. You're not alone. That was me until I discovered this. See what I just did? Just vulnerable truth. So your vulnerable truth could be what you have discovered yourself, or what one of your students, clients, or people buying your program, product, or service has experienced. So you meet them at a pain, a fear, a frustration, irritation, a want, a need, an aspiration, and goals, and then boom. And if you want to Win a Game of Weight Loss program that we used to sell for $397 on its own, it's already in the Inner Size app that you can get for $99 for a year, or $12 or something like that a month. Just go to innersize.com. It has 600 brain training exercises and about, I don't know, 50, 60 hours of other training. But that's not what this is about. Does that make sense, everybody? Are we good to go on to number 3? All right. Number 3, you have to know where they are, right? You have to know. And what I mean by where they are, let's say I have an avatar, an ideal profile of a man or a woman, or an HR director. So example, HR directors will be on LinkedIn. They might be on TikTok. They might be on Facebook. They might be on, they're mostly on LinkedIn. We can find them there, right? So any professional LinkedIn is your platform. So one of the things you have to understand when you're creating content is you want to create one body of content, for example, a week, and then you want to particleize it, create it in different formats for the platform that your ideal prospect is on. So when I ask you, let's say we have an avatar, a perfect person for you, that wants their program product, your program product, or they want to remove the pain, get rid of the fear. Where are they? Where are they? What's the number one? And now we're doing online, and we're not talking about your local market newspaper or your local market magazines or direct response marketing in your local market. I'm talking about online right now. Where is he or she right now? Give me one platform. So Dennis, your ideal client profile is on LinkedIn or Facebook. Perfect. IG, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Great. Now, on the platform that you're giving me right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how outstanding are you in using that platform? Are you at a 1 or are you an expert at a 10? What do you think the results will be for you if you're like less than a 9 or 10 on that platform, or you have a coach or a consultant teaching you exactly what to do that maybe have a 9 or 10? What do you think the results will be when your competition either A is at a 9 or 10, or they have coaches or consultants that are at a 9 or 10 and they're teaching them what to do and they're just implementing it? You cannot expect the result you want with skills that don't match. Period. End of story. Skills and strategies. Let me repeat. You cannot expect to achieve the results you want with skills and strategies that don't match the result. And if you don't know, right, if you don't know, then you're ignorant. Now, some of you are like, what? What did you just call me? Yeah, ignorance just means not knowing. So you've got to know, right? You've got to know how to do the marketing, the right marketing with the right messaging, the right content, in the right platforms. And here's what I can tell you, right? You need to know what are the best posting times or sending times emails for your clients. You need to know what kind of content does the best on that channel. Is it educational? Is it humor? Is it inspirational? Is it animal content? Like, what's the best content for you and your brand to reach that ideal client, to create what I call our ethical addicts to you? Ethical addicts, right, is you're giving them, that dopamine hit, and they rely on your brand, you, to keep giving them that so they keep wanting to come to your station. How many of you have favorite radio stations, favorite TV stations, favorite social media people you follow? Why? Because they keep making you feel good and giving you what you need. Well, are you doing that for your ideal audience on the platforms that they're on? Yes, great. No, you lose. Sorry. You don't collect the $200 as you pass go, right? So what you need to do, right, is drive followers, attract followers to your product or service, like like a magnet, using a lead magnet. So you can have links in your bios. You've got to create the right link in descriptions. You got to use DM me the word X and use tools like ManyChat to get them more engaged. I'll show you a little bit of that later. And then you've got to understand, for the platform that you're on, like, what are the rules of that platform to perform on that platform? So you can't be just taking, let's say, a video that you use on YouTube and stick it on Instagram. It doesn't work. There's certain formats, there's certain ways you need to do it, there's certain lengths and times. And if you don't know, you lose. How many of you agree? Like, ignorance is ignorance, right? I heard something from Bob Proctor many years ago, one of my first mentors and then business partners. He said, nature doesn't think twice about inflicting capital punishment. Business competition doesn't care about you. They care about them. So you and I need to know. So you need to know your brand, You need to know your avatar and everything about them. You need to know their pains, fears, frustrations, irritation, wants, needs, and aspirations so you can create content for it. You need to know where they are. All right. And then this is so flipping critical right now. This is so critical. It'll make your head spin how fast it works. When you and I see a message, let's say on social media, any channel, do any of you know how the message gets processed in the human brain? When I'm seeing something or hearing something, right? Does it come in through our eyes, the letters or the video? Isn't it coming in through our eyes? Light travels at what speed? I'm going to blow your mind for just a moment. It comes in through the eyes at 186,000 miles per second. Like, we don't even know what that means, right? We're used to going 60 miles an hour, right? A mile a second, right? 186,000 miles a second. So the information, the video, the words, the image comes in through our eyes at 186,000 miles per second. Our thalamus, a part of the brain that's the relay station, otherwise known as the reticular activation system, makes a quick decision. Does this thing create any danger for me? Yes, no. If no, it goes to the next phase, is can this thing help me? Can it help me move away from the pain, the fear, the frustration, the irritation, or can this thing help me achieve the vision, the goals, the wants, needs, or desires I have? It's doing this in a billionth of a second, and then if the answer is yes, it can help me move away from X and move towards Y, I'm going to pay attention to it. You and I are not even aware of this process happening until half a second after it happens in some cases. So we're working in delayed reaction. So why is what I'm sharing with you right now critical? Because if you don't know how to grab the audience's attention, your avatar's attention in less than 3 seconds, you are SCREWED, screwed out of getting attention. The game you and I are playing right now is he and she, or she and he, who knows how to grab attention and keep it, wins the first part of the game. And with 1 billion posts a day, you better get freaking good at this. And by the way, AI can help you, and so could this guy by the name of John Assaraf. And then you create content, okay, that is so good that they want to keep coming back for what you put out every day. So let me share with you 7 types of hooks. There's more. Is this helpful, everybody? Like I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. All right. So 7 types of powerful hooks. Number 1, it's called the problem pain hook. If you're doing this in your business, you're leaving tens of thousands on the table. How many of you are wondering, what is this? Now, this focus is you agitate a specific pain, fear, frustrations your audience is already feeling. And when your audience is stuck, plateaued, or looking for a solution, you can use this hook. If you're doing this in your business, if you're doing this with your health, if you're doing this in your relationship, if you're doing this in the gym, if you're doing this, okay, when you're working out, if you're doing this when you're buying a stock, if you're doing this, are you getting it? Give me a thumbs up or a Y that you're getting this. If you're doing this, it's also a curiosity hook, right? That goes, what's this? What can I be doing wrong? Our brain will do more to avoid pain and discomfort than it will to gain pleasure. Let me repeat, our brain, your brain, my brain functionally works the same. And when somebody tells us, when you're walking, you're probably making this mistake. Oh, what mistake? I think I'm doing it right. I don't care if it's health you sell, wealth you sell, relationship you sell, career you sell, business you sell, money you sell, I don't care what you sell. Here is one hook. Who can use this starting today? By the way, could you use this 10 times with 10 different things they might be doing wrong? Great. Number 2, it's called a shock contrarian hook. Everything you've been told about growing your business is a lie. Let me explain. Everything you've been told about losing weight and keeping it off is a lie. Let me explain. Everything you've been told about investing in the market, everything you've been told about buying art is a lie. Everything you've been told about having a successful relationship is a lie. Everything you've been told about having great sex is a lie. Everything you've been told about getting out of pain is a lie. Everything you've been told about blank. Give me your blank in the chat right now. Let's do the work right now. Everything you've been told, okay? Come on, everybody. Everything you've been told about going through grief is a lie. Everything you've been told about luxury, what? Everything you've been talked about hormones, GSA sales. Come on, everyone, play along, do this. Come on. Everything told about marketing is a lie. Let me explain. Oh my God, right? See how this works? Everything about you've been told about midlife crisis, every time told about hormones, everything told about perimenopause, everything you've been told about your estate planning, everything you've been told about being gay, everything you've been told about whatever is a lie. This is a shock contrarian hook. How many of you would agree? Like if somebody gave you Ella, I'm going to use you because I'm seeing you right next to Sheffica. Everything you've been told about luxury art or unique art is a lie. Let me explain. Wouldn't you like, wow, what is he saying? I just grabbed your attention because you're trying to say something to me that I don't know what I'm doing. All right. How many of you can use this? Next one, big promise. If you want to double your leads in 30 days without spending a penny on ads, follow this process. If you want to double the fat you lose in a week without spending an extra penny or without working out harder, follow this. If you want to double your return on investment on your investments, if you want to get out of debt faster, right? Thank you, Kate. I worked long and hard to put these together, right? So when we're writing content, when we're creating copy, when I'm doing videos, do you think maybe I pull out my sheet with all the different hooks? I have a document with over 1,000 hooks for different things, right? So big promise, transformation, hook. By the way, everybody, is this a skill you learn? Thanks, Melissa. Right? So double your leads in 30 days without spending a penny on ads. The focus is deliver a bold outcome-based promise. Right? Lose all the weight in half the time. Make twice as much money with 50% less work. That's like big, bold promises, right? And transformational hooks. All right. I'm going to give you 4 more. Did you know your brain is wired to resist the success you want in business? Let me explain. Did you know there's a battle going on in your brain between good and bad? So give me a did you know? Did you know most people pay too much for art? Let me explain. Did you know most people make so many mistakes, blah, blah, blah? Can the bold be untrue? I would prefer if you don't make the bold untrue. Make the bold true and show them how. So what you want to do is deliver, right, a surprising insight that makes them want to learn more. Right? Did you know that counting calories is a total waste of time unless you do this? Did you know that you shouldn't lose more than 205, 2 to 3 pounds of fat a week because of this one factor? Did you know? Right? So this is called a curiosity hook. Okay, it's curiosity hook. All right, number 4. This one is flipping huge. Huge, 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 huge. Why? Because our brain has to keep our identity consistent. Here, let me give you an example of this because it's so true right here. What I'm about to share is only for entrepreneurs who refuse to settle for average. If this is you, pay attention. How many of you would pay attention? I know it's you because you're here. Right? This is for investors, okay, who refuse to settle for average returns. This is for couples who refuse to settle for less. This is for mothers who refuse to be a bad mom. This is for people with back pain that refuse to be limited by the pain. This is for grandparents. This is for kindergarten. This is for blank who refuse blank. Right? And what the refusal is making creating a resonant match with their current identity or the identity they want to have. This is for business owners who refuse to be broke when they're ready to retire. This is for women who refuse blank in their 50s and 60s. Are you seeing what I'm doing here? This is for doctors. This is for HR directors who refuse, right? So they're moving away from something because their identity will not allow it. So when we're building our avatar, aren't we building the identity? Here's who they are. Here's what they want. Here's what they don't want. Here's what's in their way. Here's what they would like. We're playing to identity, everybody. Right? Identity. This is only for people who demand the very best life has to offer. You remove all the people who are settlers. This is only for people who like to travel first class. This is only for people who. Is this good or is this good? All right, two more. Two more. Fire. This is story confession, and this is so freaking good. Remember just 10 minutes ago, I shared with you, listen, many years ago, I was 243 pounds, 33% body fat, borderline diabetic, hypertensive, fatty liver, alcoholic, sugar addict. When I got out of the shower, I'd feel embarrassed of what I saw in the mirror. That's a story confession vulnerability hook. Well, I did a bunch of research into what was causing me to have these results and feeling this way. And what I discovered shocked me. But when I implemented what I learned, I released over 40 pounds of fat. By the time I was 50, I had a 6-pack. At 64, I'll have an 8-pack, and I've maintained the weight off for the last 15 years. Want to know how I did it? Are you getting this? Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. If there's a place for it, you don't have to be vulnerable if you're not vulnerable. You don't have a story, right? So you focus, you lead with vulnerability, then you pivot to the insight, okay, or the solution. And you use it when authenticity builds trust or reliability. If any of you have ever read my, up there you'll see, this is my studio, but how many of you have read my Having It All book? Well, hold on, there, right? That's my first book, New York Times bestseller. That's my second book, right? I'm as vulnerable as it gets there with weight, with drugs, with dealing drugs, with stealing when I was 15, 16, 17 years young. And I share, here's why I did, here's the lessons I did, here's how I came out of it to build a life I'm proud of. Here's the lessons, right? So you can use story, you can use confessions, because people see us, they see you in a different light than they see themselves. They don't think you understand them. But remember, marketing helps them realize you fully understand me. You know what it's like to be overweight. You know what it's like to be an alcoholic. You know what it's like to be a sugar addict. You know what it's like to be broke. You know what it's like to have made that mistake. You know what I know what it's like. And I want you to know I know what it's like, because then I can show you, here's what I did. Want to follow? You want to join me? Are you getting it, everyone? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? All right. And here's the final one for this. It's called a pattern interrupt hook. A pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is kind of like a shocking thing. You know, the other day I said, before my mother died, I did one, before my mother died. Some of you may have seen it on social media. She shared something with me that really helped me transform my life. And she said, honey, when one door closes, 2 or 3 windows and other doors open. Right? When my mother died, standing in a shower fully clothed. This is what most coaches are doing with their leads, right? So what is a pattern interruption? Is they're scrolling. How do you interrupt them? Imagine seeing a little pig with red boots on, with a smile on its face. Pattern interruption. So you can pattern interrupt with a hook. You can pattern interrupt with an image, or a hook and an image is even better, right? So just remember, 3 seconds or less. Okay. Are you with me, everyone? Are you with me? All right. So we decided to do this. So here is the goal, right? The goal is you have step number 1, your brand, what it stands for. Step number 2, right, is making sure, let me just back up over here. You've got to know who you're talking to, who your avatar is, and their pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, aspirations, right? Step number 3, you've got to know where they are, where you're doing your marketing. Step number 4, grab the audience's attention, and it starts with powerful hooks. And then it leads us to the goal here with your hooks and content is, how do we get the algorithms to know who you are, what you do? Is if your content is really, really good, I'm going to show you remarkable content, people will want to save it. How many of you save certain things that you like on social media? How many of you save it? Do you know when you save it, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, they all know you just saved it? They know you saved it. What about, how many of you have ever shared a quote, shared a story, shared a video, shared somebody doing something funny? When you share, they know. How many of you have commented on a post that you're following? Right? How many of you have watched something more than once because it's so damn good? Right? How many of you read it and scroll back and forth to make sure you read it? Or if it's a carousel, right? How many of you click link in the comment or bio if you want to have more information or go to the next step? How many of you reply to other people's comments? The goal is, can your content, after you have a great hook, can your content keep them on the post, cause them to save, share, comment, watch, read, scroll, click on the link, reply to other comments? Are you getting engagement? Yes or no? If you're not, hey, Money DNA, God bless John, his program saved me. Thank you. I love that. Thanks for bringing that in the chat. If my team can grab a picture of that, that would be great. Right? Are you all seeing that these are the things you have to do? If you don't want to do them, I'm okay with that. But you're not going to succeed in your business. These are the fundamentals. All right. And by the way, AI could do it faster. So examples of remarkable content. You want to create remarkable content so people remark about it. That's my friend Brian Halligan, not my quote. He's got a great book called Inbound Marketing. Create remarkable content so people remark about it. All right, so I believe everyone should get a divorce. Anybody see this post that I made? All right, I made this post. I was sitting in the car after I was hiking, and I had this idea. I said, I believe everybody should get a divorce. Here's why. What kind of hook was that? A little shocking, right? I said, now many people don't know, that I've actually been divorced twice, but I've been married to Maria for the last 20 years, together for 25, but that's not the divorce I'm talking about. Many years ago, I decided I was going to get a divorce from feeling like I wasn't smart enough to achieve the goal I wanted. I was going to get a divorce from being afraid of failing, afraid of being embarrassed or ashamed, ridiculed, judged. I was going to get a divorce from the people around me that were trying to keep me playing small, because I was hanging around with people who wanted to settle for less than my biggest goals and dreams. So if you're ready to get a divorce right now from these things, comment in the chat. Look at that. 204 comments, 4,345 likes. That was like just in the first week. 2,184 saves, 612 shares. This ended up getting hundreds of thousands of views and shares. Got your attention, right? So we created several variations of that. How many of you have ever received one of our ebooks that we create? What? I create ebooks to help you Inner-Size Your Way to Success, Think and Grow Rich, the Entrepreneur Success Blueprint, the power of visualization, the power of meditation, the power of affirmation, the power of cognitive behavior therapy. I create these 20, 25-page books that we sell, and sometimes we give them away. Okay, for people like you that show up to our events, we want to reward you. So we create remarkable content. By the way, do you think you can create an ebook today in less than 20 minutes using AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Canva, or Gamma? Yes, yes, or yes. In minutes. So create remarkable content, like blow your competition in the dust content. I give away more stuff for free than people charge for. I could be charging you $200, $300, $400, $500 for today's training. Right? I'm giving you insane value of what to do and how to do it. Number 5, I'm going to get through this a little bit faster. This is my friend Mari Smith, Facebook expert. You must create remarkable content, and here's the key word now: consistently. So people are consistently remarking about it, but people will start to consistently expect what you do. You have to create, okay, you have to create a tribe, people who rely on you, okay? And what I call it is, you've got to think about addictification. I came up with this word yesterday. Just so you know, I came up with this word yesterday. I wrote it over here, dopamine nation, that I want to talk to you about, okay? Because right now, all of the research is pointing to the fact that our addiction, you, me, my mother-in-law, my wife, not all of us, but many of us are addicted to this social media, okay, channels that are giving us entertainment like TV does, whether it's to laugh, whether it's to cry, whether it's to be curious, right? Addictification. Everything my team and I are doing, and what we are teaching our Winning Game of Business students, is to create insanely amazing content on an ongoing basis using AI and automation to do it, to create this addictification in a positive way to help people get addicted to their positive, empowering, amazing help. And if you could learn how to activate a couple of things, by the way, I want to share something with you that you may need to know. I'm going to turn off my slides for just a moment. Let me bring my prop. When you're learning today with me and stuff's going through your eyes, I don't know if you know this, but your eyes are a part of your brain. They're not separate. They're a part of your brain. Your ears, right? Obviously the ear part is not, but the ear canal that connects into the brain, and that when you and I gather information, like we attend an event like this, a masterclass, maybe there was a little tension, maybe there's a little stress, maybe there's a little like, oh my God, am I going to get this? And John's going so fast and there's so much stuff, and there's a little bit of cortisol, right? A little bit of like stress neurochemicals, but there's also a little dopamine, because I'm giving you really good stuff that's relevant and usable. And there's this really, really good tension. The hippocampus and the amygdala are gathering the information. The amygdala is getting this cortisol and dopamine release going on, the emotional response or control center of the brain. But we get awareness and some general knowledge when you attend a masterclass like this. But the problem is that does not change behavior, right? Because as soon as we get off of this, we go and do something else. We have to do spaced repetition. We have to take action to learn, which is where the taking action comes into place. And that's where we actually are programming, conditioning, training the cerebellum part of the brain, where the habits of the skills become natural and easy and predictable and repeatable. Does that make sense? So doing something one time doesn't create the habit. You need to be in the environment for 90 days, 180 days, a year to really get it and implement it where it becomes second nature. Does that make sense? And what we're doing is when we activate a little bit of the stress neurochemicals, we activate the nucleus accumbens and insula part of the brain, which is part of the ventral tegmental area part of the brain. If you want to know the neuroscience of it, it releases dopamine, which is connected to the motor cortex in your brain, so you take action. But you don't take action just because you came here to this masterclass. So understand that this gives you awareness and a little bit of knowledge, but then you've got to get into the habit and the environment to take consistent action. How many of you that are in our Winning the Game of Business coaching program feel that what I'm telling you is the truth and this is what it takes, and why I invite you to like keep learning, keep doing, keep reinforcing the positive patterns, right? So I don't want to inundate you, but repetition is the mother of pattern creation, right? So what most people are addicted to are the wrong things. They're addicted to showing up, but they're not addicted to taking action and tweaking and adjusting. All right, let me continue so we can get through our presentation. I still have a lot of slides. So we want to create remarkable content. And what you want to do is you want to create a calendar for yourself. You just got to create a calendar for yourself for Facebook, Instagram, stories, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever channels you're on, and pre-plan what you're going to do on what channel. So let me give you an example. 2 days ago, I created a 20-minute piece of content on achieving goals. It's going to go on YouTube. But before it goes on YouTube, we're creating an article from the video. We're creating a dozen micro videos to go on the social media posts. And we're going to create from that 20-minute video session about 30 to 40 pieces of content for the respective social media platforms we are on. Now, I'm not suggesting that any of you need to do this as elaborate as I do right now, but why not create a content creation plan for the channel or channels that you want to really get better at? And for the next 100 days, right, just create their content waterfall system that is going to be outstanding for your audience. Okay? And Gwendolyn, if it's the Gwendolyn, I think, take a look at the 2 trainings we have, or 3 trainings we have in the Winning Game of Business portal with 2 of our faculty members. Okay? So you create this in advance and then you implement it. All right? Here's what I showed you earlier, right? 80% qualify them out. 15% invite them in. 5% are the people who want, need, and can afford what you want right now. So we're going to create language patterns and content that does not resonate with 80% of the people, but resonates highly with most of the people. Are we good? All right. Secret number 6. How are you enjoying these secrets, everybody? Good? Bad? Worth your time? I'm asking you to share your life with me right now. That's your time. That's the most valuable asset you have. Number 6, you just got to be real. You don't need to pretend you're anything but what you are. When we're talking about life, okay? Many of you know I was in the movie The Secret. Um, and I've been able to attract, resonate with a lot of wonderful things in my life. And they all started with my imagination. I would love to live in this home. I would love to travel here. I would like to help these people. I would like to donate a wing to the hospital here in our town. I would like to make a difference in schools in Africa. I had these ideas, this imagination. But the job that you have is to resonate, oscillate, vibrate at the level of what it is you want to achieve, but also when you're real, the energy you're emitting is just the truth people feel, right? Like, how many of you feel my passion for this? Like, I love doing this. Like, I've learned this stuff from my mentors. I've spent millions of dollars in practicing, but $1 million on my own learning, that I've paid mentors and coaches to teach me this stuff because I wanted to earn the income, to build the business, to write the books, to achieve the success I had, to live the lifestyle I had, to have impact and influence in the world. So my life has purpose and meaning. That's why this gives me purpose and meaning to help you. If I can turn the light on for you and light your path, I've done my job and my purpose. So you want to just be your true self. You don't need to lie. You don't need to cheat. You don't need to do anything. Then let me just share with you what I've discovered. Let me just share with you what I've done. Let me share with you my mistakes. Let me share with you my lessons. Let me show you the things I'm embarrassed about, the things I'm vulnerable to, so you can understand that I know what it feels like. Matthew, we're on number 6 right now. So if you take a look at the slides. So right now, in a world of AI, in a world of people trying to be something they are not, we have a part of our brain called our intuition. And our intuition is a sensor that allows us to know before we think. Let me repeat. Our intuition allows us to know before we think. So we feel. Have you ever been in a room and something's wrong and you ask what's wrong? And people say, oh, nothing. And you know, no, I know something's wrong. Have you ever like talked to somebody and you can tell on their face, you can tell in their physiology, right? Like people know. And the more consistent you are with being authentic, the more people will resonate with you or not. And that's okay. Your job is not to be everything to everybody. It's to be something for some people, your tribe. Okay? Individual influencers, especially micro and nano influencers, which I want every one of you to be, have significantly higher engagement rates than anybody else. Subconscious awareness is correct, Andrew. 74% of consumers have emphasized the importance of transparent communication and a personal touch. That should be and a personal touch, not personal a touch. I made a mistake earlier. I was playing with that and I made a change to that. Kay and team, can you please fix that for me? All right. So how many of you agree with this, by the way? When you really get to know somebody and they show up consistently for you, then you can achieve the success you want. Gary Vaynerchuk, you may not like how he does what he does. For the lady who said earlier, I hate, people who swear. Well, he has more F-bombs in every one of his posts, or used to have in his posts. I couldn't even listen to it anymore, but he's brilliant at social media. He says, great marketers leverage technology to streamline their efforts, scale their campaigns, and measure their results. For those of you that are in our Winning the Game of Business coaching program, are you loving the AI strategies, skills, and automations we are teaching you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how powerful are they when you apply them? 1, they're terrible. 10, they're amazing. right? We teach you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, right? I'm glad many of you are here. That's great. So what we want to do now is everything that I have just shared with you, right? You want to be able to now use tools and technologies that we never had before. And that's various AI tools, right? And here's what I want you to be thinking about, that you really, really need to, like think about this and feel this. Our brain does not like change, but in today's rapidly changing world, you have to become an adaptationist. It has to be a skill you have to be able to catch the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. The biggest opportunity of our lifetime is right now. There has never been a tool or a set of tools, all right, like AI. And AI has drastically changed the world of sales and marketing forever, and management and coding and product development. There's never been anything like this. And here's what a lot of the latest research, and I'll confirm this in the people that I talk to around the world, 70% of small business owners are noticing a drop on their social media and in their email open rates and in their traffic to their websites. How many of you are experiencing this right now? Let me know. Yes, no? 67% of small businesses report implementing AI for content and social media marketing. That's as of May this year. 50% of consumers can already identify poorly AI-generated copy. So you have to be getting good now. Prompting and using the right tools is critical right now. And then learning how to create what it is that you want is critical. And how many of you were part of the internet boom? In 1997, I raised $28 million for my company, bamboo.com. We were the world leader and the people that came up with virtual videos on the internet. Have you ever seen inside a home and you move your mouse left, right, up, or down? Virtual, right? Virtual tours, right? We raised $28 million. My team grew from 6 of us who started the company to 1,200 in a year. We were doing 10 million a month in revenue. On our 10th month, took it public, and the company was worth $2.5 billion. Right people, right place, right strategies at the right time. That ship has sailed. The rise of social media. If you got involved in social media early on, right, in the early 2000s, the businesses that embraced Facebook early on and leveraged platforms, they rocketed with millions of followers. I've got, I think, 1.5 million on Facebook. I got on early on, right? That ship has sailed like it did. Right now, 2025, there's the AI revolution, the greatest change in the history of humankind, not just in business, health, inventions, innovations, cancer therapies, developing new elements in every area of our life. We're about to see an explosion in biomedicine and in everything else. Would you all agree with this or not? Yes or no? Let me know yes or no. I just want to make sure I'm not off base here. I've been studying AI and teaching it for 2.5 years now. Hey, Shannon. That ship is about to sail if you don't get on board. Right? This is what I'm teaching all of our students. And here's what I'm calling this. It's the adaptive valley. The adaptive valley. And the adaptive valley is basically where you are right now. Without judging it, without blaming or shame, you are where you are. Your business. But where you want to be means you've got to cross this chasm or chasm between where you are and where you want to be. And the biggest problem we have is that there's so many new tools and systems that are needed to cross this valley. Would you agree with that? The old systems The old processes just don't work. The psychology to build your business is still the same, with one exception. It's happening faster than ever before, and you have to adapt faster, right? And we have what I've been teaching for 2 years is an ancient brain that doesn't like change. Usually our brain is evolving in 10,000 year increments. Our brain is being forced to change at the fastest rate ever, not just in one thing, in everything. We're learning more about health, wealth, relationships, career, business. There's bots that are investing for people better than Wall Street investors are doing, right? There's methodologies. We're learning about our own personal health. There's going to be new biomedicines for each of us. And this world is changing very, very, very fast with so many new things. Most people are feeling extremely overwhelmed and stressed with all of this change. And it doesn't help that there's over 40,000 tools, out there right now, and more being added, and the ones that are there are changing every day. ChatGPT, OpenAI, probably the most successful company in the AI space right now, along with Anthropic and Gemini. Yes, but OpenAI got 700 million users in 10 months. Fastest growth ever of a technology, of any company, any user base. And so there's all of these companies to choose from, and whether it's overwhelm and confusion that you're feeling because of all of these changes. Claude, GPT, which one should you use for what? I mean, it's a lot of overwhelm. And crossing this can be very, very costly and risky, slow and expensive if you don't know what you're doing. So here's something I'm going to ask you if you want me to help you do for some of you is if you want to do it smarter, faster, easier, and cheaper than ever before, let me know. I'm going to share with you something I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a live one-day training, not on AI. It's something that we're going to be using AI to create in a full one-day training. Even if you're one of our students, it's a separate training that I'm going to share with you in just a moment. But a lot of people right now that I'm talking to are feeling excited but uncertain, and they're not sure exactly what to do. I'm going to show you 4 things. Let me know if you have 1, 2, 3, or all 4. There's a lot of people that are wickedly stressed out right now. The demand is exceeding their current capacity, and some of them have doubt. They're feeling worried. They're panicking in some cases because they don't know if they're going to be able to make this adaptation to the other side. That's caused them to feel fear. Some of them are failing already. Some of them are falling behind. Many of them are feeling overwhelmed, and they're procrastinating, self-sabotaging, they're freezing, and they're having a hard time. And especially if you're over 45, it's really, really challenging right now for a lot of people. All right, one of them, all of them, 4 of them. Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth of what I'm learning with people that I'm working with. And here's the other thing that I believe. There's a truth. And that is, you don't need another tool. You just need a trusted filter and guide to show you the steps and to make sure you take them and do this, right? And hopefully I've been part of that guide, and filter for you today to help you understand, what to do. And what I've also discovered in my own life and being an entrepreneur now for, I can't even believe it. It's 46 years I've been an entrepreneur. So a lot of years I've been an entrepreneur, and I don't use 50 tools, right? But I'm using the right tools in the right order at the right time, consistently, and I'm probably using 5 to 8 tools, for my own growth. And I get expert coaching and consulting with the masterminds that I'm a part of as well. And many of you know that in order to cross this chasm from where you are to where you want to be, it takes a very, very certain and specific person and an identity. And here's my question for you that many of you know, my mentors have asked me. They asked me, are you interested in getting to that other side, to move away from the doubt, the fear, the worry, the stress, the anxiety, the lack of knowing, the feeling of inadequacy? Are you committed to making, the changes that you need to make in order to get to where you want to go? Right. And so I know I'm committed, because still at 64, I'm all in. I'm all in because I want to achieve my life goals and dreams. And I have bigger goals and dreams than I've already achieved. I want to have a bigger impact and more progress and influence in a positive way for people. But only you can answer if you're committed. But one of the things you're going to need to do is this. You have to create, number one, a consistent lead generation system, right? You've got to create a qualification system to qualify, the looky-loos out of your orbit, and work with people who are really, want, need, and can afford what you have. You've got to develop a predictable end-to-end process. Would you agree with that? A committed person creates processes and systems for leverage. Then you've got to create a prospect nurturing system to keep people engaged with you. You got to create a content creation process, not hope and prayer process. You've got to create a process of branding yourself, your program, product, or service. And you've got to have a social media growth process for the channels that you are on. Now, when you make the decision to put these in place, that's when you can have the peace of mind that you can really build your business the way a business needs to be built, like a house. Foundation first, then the first story, second, third and fourth and fifth story. But without the right foundation, it's very, very hard to build up. Would you agree? And so here's something that I saw this literally about a decade or two ago. What's the value of a blueprint and a proven process, everyone? What's the value of a blueprint and a process, everybody? For a builder or an architect, architect designs, a builder uses the design to grow, right? Makes it easy to follow, paint by number. Can I tell you a truth that I really believe? Can I be your coach for just a moment? Irene, many of you, not all of you, many of you have been winging it. You're winging it. You're not prepared. You don't have processes. You don't have systems. You don't have a plan, but you want the results. But you're winging it most days, most weeks, most months. Is that truthful? I've worked with over 25,000 business owners. Some of you know, my hourly fee is $10,000 an hour to work with a company, $100,000 for a day. And I've been paid that. I have 10, 12 clients I'm working with at any given time at that level. I see people who want to succeed, but they don't have their blueprint. And that's what they hire me to do it faster, easier, better, cheaper. So for those of you that are committed, may I give you an invitation to speed this darn thing up and to help you stop winging it? I'm going to be doing a 1 day. I did this once earlier this year. It was so successful. And I'm going to do a 1 day online event like this. PowerPoints, workbooks, manuals, cheat sheets. How many of you think you would benefit if you signed up today for the event I'm doing on August the 16th? It's a Saturday. We're going to record it. And what if we used AI plus our proven template where I will teach you, you will do work in the workshop. The AI, all right, will do the work for you that we've created And at the end of the day, it'll be about 6 hours of watch, learn, do, have. Watch, do, learn, have. We'll do section 1, done. So what if I could help you in one day create an end-to-end blueprint to skyrocket your leads, revenue, and profits? Let me share with you what it is. And how many of you, I think I just saw somebody, Diane, you've done it, it's fantastic. Yeah, so we've upgraded it as well. So look at this. Let's say you signed up today, all right, and you showed up. And we're going to give you some pre-work to start now, all right? And on the day that you show up, we have an online form that you're going to watch me talk, teach, and then you're going to take our professional prompts, you're going to put in your business, and it will help you develop your avatar, your strategies, your hooks, your content, everything you need to develop your marketing and sales process end to end. Not me teaching, you listening and learning. All right? This is actually doing it all using AI and getting done in one day what would normally take you a month or two to do. So I will be the one teaching all day long. We're going to create it live where you fill in the blank online. And at the end of filling in all of the stuff, you will have at the end spit out an end-to-end sales process. And you're going to get the lead generation master template to let you know where to market, what to say, how to say it, so that you're not winging it anymore. What would that be worth, everybody? In essence, if you think about what this looks like, at the end of the day, right, we're going to help you build your avatars. Yes, any business. We'll show you how to get their attention, not show you how, but you'll actually get the content done for this using the right strategies to connect with people, to build your brand, audience, and followers, grow your email and text list so that you can invite them to engage, qualify, using a variety of different channels and strategies to educate them, build trust and rapport, to be able to get to the point of what your first offer is. If they say no, you'll be able to build and design your nurture sequence. If they say yes, I'll show you how to create enhancers, okay, where they will want to invest more money with you, how to fulfill and serve them. And then if they say no, how to keep them engaged, all right, until your second opportunity to offer them something else. We will build this specifically for your business. Does that make sense? We will record it. I will give you the forms, the documents, the checklist, fill in the blanks. We will do it during the day. So it's not a course where we're going to give it to you and do it on your own. There's pre-work to do ahead of time, and you will come and do the damn work you haven't done for the most of your career. And here's the best part. Everybody will find the investment is extremely affordable. All right. Now I'm going to give you some of the bonuses that you're going to get when you sign up. I'm going to give you a training that we've already done, okay, with many of our clients on how to create 180 days worth of content, step by step, with what are the AI tools to use, what are the prompts to use, and it's paint by number. I'm going to give you that as one of our bonuses. And I'm also going to give you 5 powerful AI video trainings that we have done recently that you're going to get access to over the next 10 days or so before the live training. All right. So 5 of the most powerful trainings we've recently done with expert training, workbooks, tools, etc. How to build a custom GPT for your business, how to use AI to create high converting marketing campaigns, how to leverage AI-driven tasks and ebooks, AI productivity powered or productivity plugins, and how to build powerful email content marketing strategies using AI. These are all bonuses that I'm going to give everybody. And here's what this looks like. The end-to-end marketing and sales process training, the one-day training, I've charged people $25,000 just to do that with them in person, one-on-one. In group, we usually will charge $5,000 when people fly in to do this. Fill in the blank templates, lead generation master templates, your 180 days of AI generated content. So you have to, like it's like do it once and then use it for 180 days, $1,500. 5 powerful AI video trainings, $2,500. The total value of this is $10,000. Your investment today is $697. There's almost nothing I do for $697 for a full day of training with me, everyone. So you save 93%. And here's the other thing we're going to do for you. All right. The first 20 that enroll right now. So if my team could put up the link, the first 20 that enroll right now, we have charged $1,000 for this or $1,500 for this. How would you like to get in your hands all of my proven templates, processes, and systems? It's called a business in a box. What does it entail? All right. Many of you know I come from a franchising background. And so we took all of our best ads and funnel templates. Everybody know what a funnel is? It's a process to lead somebody through from awareness, right? From attention and awareness all the way to purchase. I am going to give you our high impact ad and funnel templates. We have spent literally millions of dollars on these. 40 million worth of email sequences to close sales. I have spent a fortune on email sequences. All right. This is a great add-on, Ella, to Win a Game of Business because you don't have these things in there. Usually I've reserved this for people in my $25,000 or $100,000 programs. So I'm going to give the first 20 people these templates and strategic upselling and downselling techniques. This is a never, ever, ever before bonus. I'm trying something new today where we're giving you this ability to build your entire end-to-end sales process and give you all the templates that you can actually cut and paste into ChatGPT to create all of your own stuff based on what's helped me generate over $100 million in revenue. All right. So this is Accelerated Business in a Box, all of our templates. We've never done this before. Current high performing strategy in every social media channel that we're using right now. The exact process we use to create viral content consistently with AI. All of this is going to be in here that you've never seen. For any of you that want to create a webinar or masterclass like I do, we have a step-by-step formula in here as well, and how to choose topics that resonate with your audience, and then how to build an offer that converts. Irresistible offers. So this is the bonus for the first 20 people. So if you want a package that's worth over $25,000 with a 90 some odd % off for $697, first 20 people, this is your chance to get ahead of the curve. Does this work? I don't know. We got this just the other day from Lisette Weber. I joined your coaching program last year, and within 2 months, I earned $400,000 in fees. That one shift helped make 2024 one of the best years for my business. I'm so grateful for the tools, mindset, and clarity you provide. Mindset golf professional and mindset coach. This is Debbie O'Connell, wonderful woman. Your process helped me generate an extra $35,000 in 3 days for my online golf challenge. Way to go, Darlene. Way to go, Ella. This is Brendan Way, owns a tea company on Victoria Island. Your process transformed my tea business in under 5 months. I was stuck at $40,000 in sales. Our sales are now skyrocketed to $100,000 a month. I'm going to be one of John's 100 new millionaires. By the way, I didn't talk about that today. My goal is to create 100 new business millionaires. Anybody here want to become a business millionaire or multi-millionaire? Just put a Y in the chat. This is Kat Rama Brooks, one of my favorite stories. At 80, I felt too old and defeated in my life. By using your system, I doubled my wedding planning business, made over $240,000. I felt like I was 40 again. Way to go, Mark Head. Laura, mindset coach, LA Clippers. She brought me to the LA Clippers a few years ago, NBA team. She used to be stuck sitting on a mattress on the floor of my one-bedroom apartment. With your systems, I am now earning multiple 6 figures a year. Voice coach, Mike Goodrich. I just signed my first $500 hour coaching program. Ghazala Rashid. Why am I showing you all these different people? It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, a doctor, a coach, an engineer. It doesn't make a difference. When you understand how to build your end-to-end marketing and sales process, that is step one. That's your blueprint. When you understand how to create content to build your brand and get followers, when you understand how to lead them through a funnel to an irresistible offer and a sale and enhancers, then you can make a lot of money. All right. Use your program to go $250,000 a year, law practice to $3 million. Asha, high performance consulting. Use your end-to-end process. I brought in $50,000 in a day. How many of these do you want me to show you? Do you want 10,000 of these success stories? Like, if you're missing your end-to-end sales process, you've got 3 options right now. Do it yourself, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and thousands of mistakes. Do it with me during the Revenue Rocket live training. You will leave with it in 1 day. Let's do the damn work you need to do that you have been holding off doing. If you have a business and you don't have this, you are destined to fail. I don't mean to be sounding the alarm, but you are destined to fail because piss poor planning equals piss poor performance. All right. The other option you have is don't do it. Remain stuck in your comfort zone. But here's what I can promise you. You're not going to just remain stuck in your comfort zone. You're not going to remain stuck in your comfort zone. You are going to get eaten alive by people who create their end-to-end marketing and sales systems with marketing to the right avatar, with the right offers, with the right systems, with the right processes. 1 day. And I promise you, you will have your end-to-end sales process. All right? Who's in? Let me know if you're in the chat. Just say me. And if you're not in, I want you to stay, all right, to tell me why not. Because many of you can't afford not to do this. All right? Many of you cannot afford not to do this, because you've been stuck for too long and you have hopes and dreams and you want to have impact and influence. And how are you going to feel in 3 months or 12 months when you are still stuck and your competition is blowing you out of the water and you could have made a decision today? And for those of you that are in, I want you to imagine having your sales process. All right. And Helga said, the day is brilliant. You did attend it. Right. So imagine yourself, okay, in the next 2 weeks, having an entire end-to-end process that then you could just implement it. Aaron, yes, it will be recorded. You will have access to it for life. You can go over it over and over and over again. You could tweak it and adjust it. So absolutely, absolutely. So if you want to join me live, we will go, all right, in sequential order. Make sure you get it done. And let me share something with you. You can continue to feel frustrated. You can continue to be afraid. You can continue to be stuck. You can continue to be overwhelmed. But if we're not building a process that is going to help get you out of being stuck, overwhelmed, stressed out, generating more leads and revenue, chances are you're not going to be as successful as you can be. Okay. The agenda is you're going to build your end-to-end marketing and sales process. That's the agenda. Okay. The pre-homework will be emailed to you once you sign up, and some of the bonuses. All right. So there's pre-work and some bonuses, which you'll get when you sign up. So let me just make sure I've got some notes over here. One of the things I wrote down over here is, what is the cost of inaction for some of you right now? When we know we need to do something and should do something, but we don't, what is the cost of inaction? Cost of inaction is failure. What's the mental and emotional cost of inaction? Isn't not taking an action actually an action? I'm choosing not to make progress. The cost of inaction is huge. It erodes your self-image, self-worth, self-trust. And when you keep winging it, do you know what identity you develop? You become a professional winger. I hope and I pray things get better, but I don't do the things necessary to really make them better. So I want you to understand, if you've committed to reaching your potential, if you're committed to achieving your goals versus being a goal setter, if your identity demands that you don't settle for less, then this is for you. There's nobody, and I mean nobody, that's doing what I'm doing with you in that one day for $697. I've taught that program for $5,000 in San Diego, and people said it was the best investment they've ever made. So you can either keep repeating your cycle, and you know what your cycle and patterns are, or you can stop the cycle of more of the same, the cycle of doom, and let's make a real significant measurable change in your life and business once and for all. Maura, it is not included in that program. It's an add-on. All right. So here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. And I want you for just a moment to imagine and feel that you've let go of the overwhelm, the confusion, the winging it, the not knowing, or knowing and not doing part of your life. Let's put that in the past for just a moment. And I want you to imagine that in the next 2 weeks, you'll actually have in your hands a blueprint that a 5-year-old could follow step by step on, here's the avatar, here's my messaging, here's my branding, here's what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, on the platforms they're on, in this frequency, on these days. And you had this process to just implement on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And imagine that you use AI to do it, and then you keep using AI to get better and better and better. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? Right? Does it make you feel more confident? Does it make you feel proud? Does it make you feel like you're able to do it? You're empowered? Well, that's the whole idea. I've shared a lot of really great strategies with you. Let's take this next step together. Let me guide you. Let me coach you like my mentors and coaches guided me step by step. And let's get this thing done. Let's do this. And let's finally give you the platform that you need in order to achieve the success you want. How many of you have in your mind that achieving success is not negotiable for you? Like it's not negotiable, right? Not negotiable. And by the way, the system that we have put together, you don't need to be a techie to use it. You just need to know how to type in and fill in the blanks. And we're going to give you prompts that you're going to fill in what your business is, what your programs, products, or services are, who you serve, and the AI will help create everything in the background in our system that we developed to help you and many other small business owners at scale. Okay. So this is a step-by-step process. And if you want results quickly, the first thing you need is your blueprint. Without a blueprint, I'm sorry, it's just hope and prayer marketing and hope and prayer sales, and that doesn't work. You're going to get eaten alive in this new jungle. And so the event is on the 16th of this month. It's going to probably be from 9 o'clock till about 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 to about 10, 11 London time. We will be recording it. If you miss it, you still buy it, you miss it, just go through it, okay? And the recording. We're going to be recording it, transcribing it, and making it available to you. And just think about this. How will it feel on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday of next week or the week after that, if you still don't have a proven, predictable system to follow? Still wondering how to get leads and sales? I'll show you the process. You're just going to use our templates. How and when will you break free? You're only going to break free when you plan to break free and you commit to doing the work to achieve your business goals. All right. So here's where you're going to end up today. You're going to end up with the possibility to achieve your business goals and the life you want, or you're going to create predictability. Which one do you think will empower you more? Knowing it's possible or having a plan to create the predictability? All right. And just remember, the first 20 people get the bonus that I mentioned, the business in a box, which is all of our templates that you can use in a variety of different ways to mimic what we have done. And it's basically a franchise in a box. All right. So I always like to ask on a scale of 1 to 10, how was today's session for you? And then I know many of you have been signing up. My team has been telling me. How many of you have signed up for the event on the 16th? Show me how many of you are committed. Put me in the chat. Just put me in the chat. All right, we're going to blow your mind. If you like today's session, we're going to blow your mind. All right, and then I'm going to do a Q&A session. I'm going to do a Q&A session. All right, Frederick, nice to see you again. A million level session. Awesome. Great. And I'm going to be doing one more of these events. And thank you for attending, but let's do Q&A. I would prefer to answer your questions either about the program on the 16th and or the content from today. I don't want to do a consulting session, for you on your business. But if it's content that we talked about today or about the Revenue Rocket program, I'm testing out this $697 price point instead of like $1997 or $2,500 or whatever. But if you have a business and you're serious, it'll be the best investment you've made this year, other than maybe being in our Winning Game of Business coaching program. All right, let's do some Q&A. Carolyn, are you going to go to the Slack channel?
Yeah, if you go to your Slack, John, I already dropped the Q&A doc. There's only one question in there now. Julie, I'm going to lower your hand. We're not going to do hands raised today. Just drop your questions in the chat. I'll be grabbing them. The team will be grabbing them. We'll get you all in queue to talk to John. For now, we're going to kick it off with Jackie.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me open up the Q&A.
Yep, and then you'll see, John, on the left-hand side, there's 3 tabs. The third one down says live events. That's where it is.
All right, Jackie, let's rock and roll with you.
All right, Jackie, I'm asking you to unmute, and if you could turn your camera on, that would also be wonderful.
And Jackie and everybody, when you're on, let us know who you are and where you are from.
Jackie's not unmuting. So she may have walked away from her computer.
All right, Jackie, how do I identify the right things so I can take action in the right order at the right time? Well, Jackie, there are the right things in sales. There's the right things in marketing. There's the right things in developing your product. I need a little bit of context, Jackie, of the right things right where you are. Thank you, Ella. Right? Like I need to know how to identify the right things. Let's assume, Jackie and everybody, you have a program, product, or service, right? Program, product, or service. Then, okay, you have to know, okay, who is your ideal client? Like who is the ideal client for that program, product, or service? That's one of the things we talked about today.
Yeah.
Then you need to know, their psychology. Like what are their pains, fears, frustrations, irritation, wants, needs, and aspirations? Right? Then you need to create content for it to put on their channels, the channels that they're on, to develop a lead prospecting system. Without a lead prospecting system for the right avatars with the right message, you are dead on arrival. DOA, dead on arrival, they call it in MASH terms or in military terms or in business terms. So Jackie, I don't know if you're listening or watching, but
She's unmuted now.
oh, hi, Jackie.
Hi, I'm listening. I'm sorry, my video, I don't know what's going on with my computer, but it just doesn't work very well.
No problem, Jackie. Tell me what you do, where you're from. You and I.
I'm from Alaska. I've been with you for a long time. And my avatar is real estate investors who need more funding to.
Real estate investors that need more funding. Okay.
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a private money broker.
So you're a private money broker who helps real estate investors that need more equity or need more money for their investments.
Yes.
Great.
And I guess what I worry about is sounding spammy. Like, I'm not really, like,
Jackie,
I'm not authentic. Like, I can't really do what I say I'm doing.
Jackie, pay attention. I'm gonna lean in for you. Ready? Are you listening?
Yes.
Don't sound spammy. Everybody, answer this question. Are there spammy, slimy doctors out there and lawyers out there and engineers out there? Are there like spammy, slimy, every industry out there? And are there loving, caring, kind, ethical, professional people in those industries too? Jackie, just come with your authentic, loving, caring, kind mind and show them you have a solution to either their problems or their vision and goals. Can you do that, Jackie?
Yes, you make it sound so easy. Thank you.
That's not complicated, everybody. Everyone, let me ask you a question. Did I offer all of you a chance to invest in one of my live training programs? Yes or no? I did, right? Did I give you what I think is really great value in advance today or in the past? Yes or no? Come on, like be honest. If the answer is no, just say no. Your stuff sucks, John, is a piece of shit. I'm okay with that. Now, is it okay that I invited those of you, that 5 or 10% who are ready to build your end-to-end sales process, an opportunity to say yes, to help you do it faster, easier, better, and cheaper? Was I being salesy, or am I trying to serve you with what I've helped over 25,000 business owners do and achieve success? And are you okay that I did it? Now, some of you might go, there's the sale again. And you know what? Yeah, there's the sale again. I'm trying to help you. Right? Now, I didn't say, act before the timer goes off. No, this is what I got. If you need this, here's a great price on it. Here's some bonuses for it. Here's why you should attend. Here's what you'll move away from. Here's what you'll move towards. If you're tired of being insecure, feeling inadequate, feeling like you're winging it, and you're ready to invest in yourself, so you have confidence and certainty and you're proud of yourself, so you can have more impact and more influence, offering your programs, product, or service to more people because you care about them. Let me share with you how you can do that based on I've generated billions of dollars in sales. I've helped millions and millions and millions of people. I've helped 25,000 people, business owners, small business owners, do this. Want help? I can help you. Don't want help? Okay. I hope you enjoyed today and you got value. Right? 80% out, 20%, let me talk to you. And then I'm going to create an irresistible offer for those of you that are serious, to help you at a price point that is ridiculous as far as an investment, which is, by the way, also a tax write-off for most of you. So it's not even going to cost you that much. All right. Who's next, please?
All right, Colby is next.
Colby. All
Colby,
right,
I'm gonna ask
Colby.
you to unmute.
I love all these amazing. Can we also put Colby's question in the chat? Colby, you want to come talk to me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Colby. What do
Hi.
you do? What do you do?
Well, I have a hospitality business for the last 18 years. I help the hospitality community in Napa and Sonoma do connect and know what is going on in the neighborhood so that they help the visitors do better. However, I'm over it. I'm ready to move on to something else. I'm 80% of the way through.
On your book?
I think it's a beautiful book on how to help people emotionally and legally get through divorce.
Yep.
And I may be premature for the marketing, and I'm afraid that I can't move. Like the class, I would love to go to that class, but I'm a master class, but I'm fearful that it's all going to move too fast for me to be able to get the real value out of it.
Got it. So your fear is that it's going to go too fast. So what happens? Do you all see above my head? You see the Frankenstein's monster over there, and you see Einstein over there. So what happens when there's a time for a decision, right? Our brain naturally first goes to what could happen that would cause me not to get the value out of the class. What if I can't keep up? What if I don't understand? What if I'm going too slow? What if negative, 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 negative? Our brain goes there first. Then it goes, well, what if I don't go too fast? And what if I learn and I can implement everything? When we allow the Frankie's monster, hold on, where is it? Frankie's monster to control our lives, we hold ourselves hostage and we stay stuck. And let me ask you a question, Colby. What if I go just at the right speed and you could ask questions and I can move you along, or my team that'll be on that day could help you as well if you need some help, and we can make sure you get it done? Then would that make you feel better?
Absolutely.
Great. So do both possibilities exist, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. What happens with most of us, because of our brain, the way it works, is avoidance of pain or discomfort, whether it's real or imagined. By the way, I want to show you something, Colby. This is one of our students who I helped create an ebook, Navigating the Emotional Stages of Divorce. Can you see this book?
Yeah.
So I have 2 students in our programs already that do what you're about to do. So this is the pre-divorce contemplation. This is the decision-making aspect of divorce. This is the legal process initiation. This is the separation anxiety that happens around it. This is the finalization, the early post-divorce. Here's the phases of the rediscovery and renewal. This is just one of our students, all right, that I helped her create a quick PDF around divorce. And there's another one that we have around this. So you're not the first person in this industry, that I've worked
Right.
with. And so the thing that you're going to need, I can help you in 5 minutes finish your book, by the way. But let's leave that aside. When you have a book, as you know, since you have a marketing background, having a book is like having the best recipe in the world for a dish. But if you don't know how to market it on the right channels to get people to see you, to pay attention to you, and to follow you, to get your book, and then to get your consulting or coaching or whatever it is, if you don't have that end-to-end process, you're dead in the water. And what
Agreed.
this one day will do for you is it'll help you identify who is most likely to need that book. Where are they? What's your message, and how to connect with them and lead them to buy the book and or the coaching program or anything else you have. And Colby, just for you, I want you to remember one thing. Ready?
Yep.
The purpose of a book is to get paid to explain it at a deeper level.
Right.
So what I want you to do, especially if you sign up for the course, is I want you to, when the time comes for you to fill in the blanks, like, what do you sell? Well, I sell a book and I sell coaching, one-on-one or group coaching. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's design that whole end-to-end process so you have that built. So as soon as the book is ready and your coaching's ready, you just turn on the light and let's go.
But shouldn't I get the book done before I do? I have a bad habit of building things. I can build the marketing, but then I build the product after the fact almost. And I want to do it in the right order this time. So I'm fearful
Yeah.
that
I
80%.
would be doing both of them together because you're only 20% away from the book being ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the 20%, we could use AI to finish that last 20% in your voice, with your brand, with every example that you can give it. I could write an entire book in a weekend now.
Yeah, well, I've been using Chat after years of working on this book. ChatGPT has been amazing.
I wouldn't be using ChatGPT. That's not the tool I would use.
Okay.
I mean, ChatGPT is good, but it's not the best for writing.
Okay.
But that's all right. Anyway, I've got to answer a few more questions. I hope that helped you. All right.
Yeah, thank you so
And I
much.
don't want you to be afraid of what if I don't use it? What if you do? Like, what if you do?
Yeah.
Right? So what if you do? Okay.
Florence is next.
Give me a second here. Okay. Florence.
Yes.
Hi, Florence. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
John.
What do you do? Where are you from?
I live in Geneva, Switzerland,
Nice.
and I'm a coach and trainer in public speaking. I help women to step up and speak up and stand out.
Got it. Okay. So your question is, will we teach you in this blueprint how to create a landing page like we have? No, we're not doing landing pages, right? But when you're doing any opt-in pages, right, there are tools that you can use to create those opt-in pages. Like first, there's the design, the look and the feel. Then there's the technology side of it.
Yes.
So that's a totally different thing, okay, to do. It's just another part of business. So we're not teaching you how to create a landing page, but in designing your end-to-end marketing system, you're going to realize I need a landing page to have my book up. I need a landing page to get people to sign up. I need pop-up windows. But that's more technical stuff and choosing tools that you need to get those done, either yourself or through somebody else. So the answer is we're not teaching you how to create a landing page, because then people are going to say, well, you're going to teach me how to create a long form sales letter? Are you going to teach me how to create a masterclass? No, that's not what this program is. But by the way, for the master classes, if anybody wants to do a master class like the one I did today, the first 20 people are going to get the master class outline that has cost me millions of dollars to master. Okay? All right, Florence?
So basically, it's going to be the content, how to get the processes and the
It's
content.
the whole listen.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, you don't understand, which is a great question. Let's say I was an architect and you want to build a home. You don't go to a builder to build a home. You go to an architect to create the design of the home. I want 4 bedrooms, 2 stories. I want ceilings that are 10 feet tall. I want 3 bathrooms. I want a family room. I want a large kitchen with an island. I want big windows in the living room, smaller windows in the kitchen. So it's the end-to-end design of what you need to create for your marketing and sales process.
Okay, I think I know.
Screen went blank, everybody, for some reason.
Are you back, John?
You
It looks
understand?
like to me.
So it's the end-to-end design for here's who I'm going after. Here is where I'm going after them. Here's what my marketing messages are. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's where I'm going to do my marketing. Here's how much marketing I'm going to do. Here's the entire system that I'm going to do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. So there is a sequence that then you go and build.
Yes.
The training we're doing is to build your blueprint. Then the next step is go and implement the blueprint.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll teach you how to create the content you need for the channels you need. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say we recognize that your ideal client profile, one of them, let's say she's on LinkedIn. Then the system will show you the content you need to go on LinkedIn.
Okay. Actually, what I wanted to check too is, since I'm the winning of Game of Business program, like, what is the difference between what we're already actually learning?
So in the winning game of business, we talked about doing all of this, right? This is actually sitting for a whole day with me and getting it done end to end.
All right. That's great.
That's the big difference.
Yes.
There's a lot that we teach over the course of a year, right?
Yes. So that's what I need.
There you go.
I need you, John.
Is sit in a room with me, not in San Diego. Let's do it for a day. Question for, and by the way, how do you like our winning game of business program?
Well, awesome. And yes,
Great.
I'm not, I mean, I'm keeping implementing it, but it's the implementing part.
There's a lot there. Yeah, like, listen, you know, for a lot of people, right? They're working in business on their own.
Yeah, that's me.
Right. So there's a lot of people there. You're doing a lot of it on your own, and it just takes time. It's like building a house on your own. It takes time. Okay.
So I know I will get it done now. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. All right. By the way, Ninochka, I need to know what I promised you on the Hollywood thing. Can you connect with Carolyn? So I know I got your message yesterday.
John, it was it's a ChatGPT link. It's a
ChatGPT link to what, Carolyn?
So you create.
Carolyn,
I can give you
let's
the
not
date.
talk about it now. I need to take this offline. All right.
Okay.
Either get me Ninochka's phone number and I'll call her.
I can do that.
All right, Ninochka, so I got your message, but I need more detail on exactly what it is you're expecting. All right. All right. Who's next? Maura. All right, Maura, come on in. Maura McKinney.
Hi, John.
Hi, Maura.
How are you?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good. Great
Where
session. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you loved it. Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, I do high-end real estate. I'm based in the Hamptons, but I'm trying to establish myself as an international real estate advisor, which I've done. I had years in Europe. I just got a great recommendation from a very senior person in London on LinkedIn, recommending me, and I was using the Rhonda Scher method with that one. And so I just wondered, I'm using ChatGPT and pushing out posts, but I just want to just start it out right. And I really am taking into mind what you say about your ideal client. And for me, it's not one particular ideal client. Like there's someone whose house I want to sell. He's a hedge fund guy in Greenwich, Connecticut. And he has a very expensive house here, and we're in touch. But I'm doing it in he loves sailing and fishing. So I'm contacting him that way. But there might be someone else who bought a house out here and they live in London and they just want to sell. And they might be not a wealthy, it's just I have different, I don't want to limit myself, but I also can't be able, I have to, do I have different platforms, on LinkedIn, different levels?
All right. So, Maura,
Mm-hmm.
are there single women who buy real estate in the Hamptons?
I believe so. Yeah. Yes, I know
Are
so.
there professional women that buy real estate in the Hamptons?
Yeah.
Are there Wall Street men or women that buy
Yes.
in the Hamptons? So would you speak to a woman the same way you would a man?
It depends. It depends if they're professional and very numbers oriented. I'd speak to both in a similar way. If it'd be like investment only.
All right, but a man making an investment is going to be different than a woman making an investment. What she looks for in a home may be different what a man looks for in a home, right?
Yeah.
So you could have one avatar where your marketing is speaking to him in specific ways based on his wants and needs and decision-making process. And you could have some other marketing that speaks directly to her and what's important to her, right?
This is my question. How do I do this? Yes, exactly.
You just create 2 avatars or 3 avatars or 4 avatars with marketing that's specific to them.
But if I'm mostly using, so if I'm mostly using LinkedIn, how do I, do I seem disjointed if I have a different angle on different days?
So at 9 o'clock this morning, I worked with this guy who was looking to buy a house in the Hamptons. And what was really important to him, was waterfront property. And he was looking for something really, really unique. He was looking for something that if he invested in right now would go up by 25%. And the way that I found him what he wanted was blank, blank, and blank. And here's what he said. Tomorrow, there's a gal that was being relocated to New York City. She wanted to have a second home in the Hamptons for her family. And the things that were the most important to her were the school systems and if she could get blank, blank, and blank. And what I did specifically for her was this.
I love that. Yeah, love that.
So I can create a specific message for how a guy might think, a specific message for a woman, how she might think, a specific message for a couple, a specific message for an investor, or somebody who manages a portfolio of real estate investments. Totally different things that they want and need.
Telling a story in your post, really, a quick story,
result. Process, a problem, a result that they wanted, mistakes that they were about to make that you prevent them from making.
Yeah.
More, you have to get into the head of many of you do not understand marketing. And the purpose of, or the role of a great marketer is to get into the head of your ideal prospect or prospects. And AI can teach you how to do that or do it for you when you use it properly. And Maura, I think you've just joined our Game of Business coaching program, right?
Yes.
Great.
That was it's a couple of months.
Loving it so far?
Yeah, I am. It's great. It's really great. Yeah, I'm
All
really
right.
diving in. I've dove in.
Dove in. I know. And
Thanks.
you're fairly new and there's lots to learn. Listen, for many of us, I mean, think about this. How many of you are really good or love your program, product, or service? Let me know. Me, right? Me. I love my program, product, or service. Me. I love helping people. Me. And you're probably really good at it. Your product service is really good. How many of you have been professionally trained to be a great marketer or great in sales or great in putting systems and processes together? And you could put not me, right? Well, it's a skill you have to have on the team. You've been trained by me, Karen Lind, right? So when are you going to upgrade that skill? And there's a bunch of skills you need to have. You know, the reason 92% of business owners fail is not because they don't have a really good program, product, or service. They've never been trained in two of the core things around business, sales and marketing, right? So the first part is we're going to develop your end-to-end sales process, and then we're going to help you become better marketers and salespeople. All right? Who's got another question?
John, there's 2 more questions in there.
All right, let me see it. No, I don't see it there. So, oh, it's okay. Sorry, Shefika.
Shefika, and then there's one more. Do you see it?
I see Shefika's, and that's all. So Shefika says, can today's hook templates be used both for social media videos, openings, and social media written piece of content? Yes, yes, and yes. Anytime, just remember, we have headlines, right? What's a headline? A headline is like New York real estate. It's the first thing somebody sees. When somebody comes to your website, the first thing they see is their headline. And if the headline is well written, like a hook to get them hooked on reading more, your headline's done its job. So whether it's your website, whether it's the beginning of a video, the first 3 seconds of any video will determine whether people will watch, listen, or not. The first few words of what people see on your post will determine whether they watch it or not, read it or not, and continue following through. So yeah, everything starts off with a hook. It's like catching a fish. Everything starts off with the bait. The hook is the bait to continue. And by the way,
Awesome.
Shefika, what do you do?
I'm from London. I help people overcome adversity, get unstuck, and achieve their fullest potential.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is tight. You help people overcome adversity. Go one more time.
help people overcome adversity, get unstuck, and achieve their fullest potential.
Wow, I love that. How clear was that elevator pitch, everybody? Do you know what she does? 2 seconds. Way to go. Shefika happens to be one of our students that's been in our program for quite some time, several years now.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you start? You started off at a totally different place, didn't you?
Totally.
All right. Did that answer your question?
Oh yeah, thank you. I was just looking because I want to work with ChatGPT with it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Gil. Gil, you'll be the last question for the day. Hey, Gil. Nice to see you.
Hello. Oh, I'm trying to, sorry.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm amazing and getting better. Jill,
Wonderful.
Gil, tell me where you're from and what do you do?
So I'm currently in Oviedo, Florida. So I'm an operating partner for a chiropractic franchise system, right?
Right.
So I was looking at the other the Winning the Game of Business program, and I really wanted to know, does it make sense to do this, or do the larger 6-month opportunity? In which case, I know, that would be my preference.
Program, the Winning Game of Business program is very, very in-depth, detail-oriented to build your whole business with AI, with templates, with automation that we give you and train you on how to do. So it's a very, very comprehensive program for 6 months or 12 months. So if you want to take a look at that, because I think, that's if you want like 6 to 12 months of training with me and my faculty, then I highly recommend we put you in touch with Carolyn, who's here right now, and let her look at all of that. If you want like a 1-day piece of what you need, like a very, very, like on that one day, we're going to build your whole foundation. We're not going to build your first story, second story, third story, your windows, your plumbing, your electrical, your bathrooms. We're building the foundation for what you must have as a business owner. And it's an end-to-end marketing and sales process you can follow.
Okay. Okay. So that answers my question. I need the larger program for me, right? Yeah.
Great. And then, by the way, if you want to add this on, so you like have an accelerator on this, because it's an accelerator, then Carolyn can help you do that as well.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Gil. All righty. Let me see. All right. All right. Listen, everyone. Let's do something right now. Give me one takeaway in the chat. What's one takeaway from today? I know we've been at it now for 2.5 hours. What's one takeaway for you as a business owner? Let's see if we can do some group learning over here right now. What's one takeaway? Put it in the chat. Get really clear and brand A, stand out. No time to waste, go do it now. Don't make it complicated. Stop fear and do it. You got it, Gene. Don't wait for the perfect condition, just go for it, PLR, absolutely. Need a system, absolutely. Without a system, you will be dead in the water. Nancy, yes, you can do this. Peter, get off your Assaraf, yeah. Build your business with AI, yep. Better keep up with the changes, adaptability. And by the way, we will be, stop winging it, Claudia, for sure. Stop winging it. We will be using AI. And the way we're going to be doing it, by the way, not just in our Winning Game of Business program. If anybody is interested in our Winning Game of Business program, the 6 or 12-month coaching program that's week by week by week, let Carolyn know. She'll talk to you about that as well. But we've already built the infrastructure in the background so that you're going to just like fill in the blank. Our AI system that we've built in the background will build all this stuff for you. So you don't have to even know AI. You just need to answer questions. Okay? Just so you know. All righty. Who else? Let me see. Adapt to use AI. All right. First and foremost, to my team, Julio, Kay, Scott, Elsa, Carolyn, probably missing a few people. Can't do what I do without you, and appreciate you. And to all of you that showed up today and maybe have shown up in the past, I hope you liked this presentation and what we did here. Every time I do a presentation, I add new things to it. Some are the same because some of the foundations stay the same, but I always add new twists to what I'm doing. So show up, get yourself engaged, get yourself into a program that can help you do it smarter, faster, easier, and cheaper. Whether it's me or somebody else, you can save yourself a lot of time by just following the processes that people like me have created. Many of you don't realize how much time and money and heartache you are costing yourself by trying to figure it out on your own. You think you're saving money by not investing in yourself, and you're costing yourself 10 to 100 times more by not learning just how to do it right. So I hope you choose to maybe shift your thinking and invest in yourself. All right. I'm not doing this class again this year, just so you know, to Fausta. All right. Everybody, thank you. Appreciate you. If you need some help, please let Carolyn Kaufman know. I'm going to hop off. Carolyn, if you want to stay on for any further questions about the program, I'll let you do that. Appreciate you all. Bye-bye now.